This is the live podcast with Manuel, living in full expression. Welcome to the live podcast with me, your host, Manuel. In today's episode, I just want to share with you the power of your why, the fuel that makes the impossible inevitable. Every dream begins with a desire, but desires fades unless it is fueled by something deeper, and that deeper fuel is your why. When your why is strong enough, you will find the how. You will overcome the obstacles. You will make the impossible inevitable. So I'll be showing you how to use the power of your why to create momentum that nothing can stop. In a recent podcast with Fikela Samuel, his dream was to travel the world, but he didn't have the money, the connection, or the opportunities. What he had was just his art. That was all that Samuel had. But this is what he keeps telling himself. This is my ticket. If I can master this, it will open doors for me. And despite the discouragement, despite lacking proper tools, despite the weight of circumstances, he committed. And today, Samuel has traveled the world with his art. And more than that, he inspires young people globally to pursue their own dreams. Why was this? Because his why was stronger than his excuses. I recall Samuel talking about the days he didn't have the brushes, the paints, the tools that other artists had. But instead of quitting, he made do with what he had. While others were waiting for perfection, Samuel created. He kept making art. He kept telling stories with his art. While others complained about what was missing, Samuel focused on what was possible. And the reason was just because his why was clear. And what was his why? He said, art is my passport. Art is my way out. Art is my ticket to the world. That why gave him persistence when others gave up. That why gave him focus when others got distracted. And here's the truth about Samuel's story and what I would like you to take away. Obstacles don't stop us. Lack of resources don't stop us either. What stops us is not having a clear why while we're doing what we're doing. A German philosopher, Friedrich Nietzsche, once said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow." And when I look at Samuel's story, it's a proof of that. And here's the truth. Your why doesn't need to be glamorous. For Samuel, he just wanted to travel the world. That was all he could hold on to be able to push him to master his art. So your why doesn't need to be glamorous. It just needs to be real. Your why could be for your kids. Your why could be for your freedom. It would be for a call to contribution. But the real thing is your why has to connect with you emotionally. Because when your why is stronger than your excuses, execution becomes inevitable. So looking at Samuel's story and how he persevered even when he never had all the tools is a testament of the importance of having a stronger why. And this is what I want us to do. We're just going to do a little exercise and I'm going to help you to get your why clear. If you can grab your journal, I want us to do this exercise together. In your journal, I want you to write your biggest dream or your goal right now. What is your biggest dream? It could be anything, but don't censor it. Make it what you really want. What is it that you want? Write it in your journal. Then step 2, I want you to ask yourself, why do I want this? Why do you really want what you just wrote in step 1? Why do you want it? Write it down. Step 3, ask again, why does that matter to you? Write it down. Why does it matter to you? Why do you really want that? Then step 4, keep asking why until you get the emotional call, until your why connects to you emotionally. Maybe it's freedom, maybe it's love, maybe it's a call to contribution. It has to be something that is deep-rooted emotionally. Then step 5, you want to cycle your final why. After doing this, what is the final why that comes up? So long as that why connects with you emotionally, that's your fire. That's your fuel. So you want to write that on a card, stick it on your mirror, record it on your phone so that when life pushes you in the face, you remember why you are still swinging. So do that now. Now think about Samuel. Samuel had no tools, no perfect circumstances, but a why that made him unstoppable. It was that why that he wanted to use his art to escape poverty. He wanted to use his art to travel around the world. That was his why. At that time, it was a big thing for him, but that was all he needed to keep pushing. Think about Martin Luther King Jr. His why was not just a dream for himself, but a dream for generations. And today, that dream is a reality. Now, think about your own life. If you're stuck, it's not because you lack resources. It just means that your why is fuzzy and you need to clarify that. And if you can only do that, only then will you be able to move mountains. Here's what I want you to do this week. This week, copy to this. Find your why, write it down, and read it every single morning and before going to bed. Because if you know your why, you will always find your how. And for any goal and outcome you set out to achieve, you have to determine clearly your why using the exercise we just carried out earlier. And always remember this: a clear why creates unstoppable execution. Before I wrap up on this, I just want to give you a good picture of why it's important to have a clear why. I love using this analogy of if you want to go to the third floor of a building and your reason for going there is that you want to see someone you love deeply who is there. That why can push you to do anything to get to the third floor. And let's even make it more there. Let's say that building is on fire and you have someone you love in the third floor. The desire to save that person you love would drive you to do anything to get to the third floor to save that person. So it means that because your why has something to do with you emotionally, you can do anything to achieve it. So when people don't execute on anything, it simply means that their why is not yet strong enough. It's not yet clear. Their why is simply fuzzy. And I'm going to leave you with these words today. Remember to live fully, love deeply, and never forget that when your why is strong enough, nothing can stop you. And until I come your way in our next episode, keep living in full expression.